Hey, there's a new Copilot feature called Library, and it's super useful. So I wanted to quickly show what it looks like. So if I close the agent, so there's a new icon here called Library. If I click on it, you'll see two things. The first thing is you can look at all the images you generated with Copilot. And there's several ways to generate images actually, because you can create images by create image, infographics, stories, posters, banners. So remember here in create, that's fantastic to use these features, and they were enhanced, and they are enhanced almost every week. Something is new, so you can create images, even videos. You can design infographic, create story. I use that all the time to build stories. But once you create that, it's hard to come back on it. You don't remember where they are. So same thing for create image. So now you just have to go to library, and it will tell you, here are all the images you created. I can even download them or can edit them, can delete them, and I can filter. I can say I just want to find the stories that I created. So here I've created a few stories. So here, let's see what it does here. So here I can see the series of an image. So it shows as a series of image because the story has by default, five images. So I can go there, I can edit. I'm not sure if it's working actually. So it doesn't come back on the story. So interesting. So I just discovered a limitation here. But let's try to edit an image. So maybe a simple image could be edited. No, same thing. It doesn't really enable me to edit my image, I guess. I thought at least it will enable me to edit, but it doesn't. So still, Microsoft's probably still working on it. What you can definitely do is download the image without really knowing where it is. It doesn't point you where it is, but you can have a view of all the images you created with Copilot, whatever type of image it is. I guess I'm a little bit disappointed because that's one limitation when you create a story. Sometimes you want to go back and reuse the same prompt to change a little bit the story. And here I cannot edit it, apparently. I will hope that will memorize, maybe because it's new. So maybe everything that is new wouldn't show here. So let me show you how to create a story. So I'm going to say create a visual story on the main steps to succeed with M365 Copilot. So you can even add a file if you have a file. That's what I do very often when I have a very dense presentation. It doesn't look good. I want to have more impact. I might say summarize this presentation with a visual story. You can use the brand color of your company or whatever you want. What I do often is I use this isometric 3D model, but you can choose other. Let's use this one just to show you, and then you can define the size of the output. So I'm going to say if it's a presentation that I want at the end, I'm going to use wide. So I'm going to use wide. I'm going to generate, and it's going to create 5 slides. So if I give more element in the prompt, here I'm telling him to find, what's a story based on my prompt, but I can give more details exactly of what I want, or I can, attach a file. So that's also pretty powerful. So this is a powerful feature, the create a story, I use it for most of my blogs. If I want to summarize my blog, I say create a story from this blog. Then it comes with different images, and I can download each image and put it in my blog to illustrate the content of my blog with some visual, which is more interesting, more appealing for people to have a quick summary of what has been said, and if they want to read further, they can read the blog. So this is a representation with some trees. So you have different model. I'm not sure if you can create your own type of story. I've not been so far yet, but I really recommend to dig into the create story because it's super, super powerful in terms of visual. It has a way more impact. And what is cool about it is, as you can see here, you can export the result in PowerPoint. You can also, there's new features where you can add slides. So it's not limited to 5 slides. What you need to know is the content is just images, so you cannot modify the text. Actually, you can modify it now, but still the output's not. And even for images where you can change the image, and I'll show you in a second how to do that while it's processing here. So I believe it's using the image generator, probably with a layer of designer on top of it to add some text. So now I have it. I can export it to PowerPoint, and also I can say edit the page. I can add a page. That's where I can add more content, more slides. So here, what's new in edit the page? You can come here and add media. So for example, I could add, I don't know if I have a good logo somewhere. So I can upload my media here from my device. So let's do that. Let's see if I can do that. So I'm gonna try to find my pictures. I must have somewhere a Copilot logo. Might not be a super quality Copilot. Let's do that. So now I have that in my media, and I think I can drag and drop. Yeah, I can drag and drop the image somewhere. I can change the size, so you can enhance the output by doing that. You can also do crazy things like let's try to erase this object. So you have to be patient. Okay, I'm gonna click here and I'm gonna say erase. Let's see the result now. So there's more enhancement. Definitely you can work on your slide like that or the image like that, and when you're finished, I guess, where should I do when I'm finished? Yeah, so you can do that on different slides. And now I don't have this image, and now I have this image. So as you can see, I can enhance it, and I guess I can go back all pages, yeah, here, and export the new result in PowerPoint. So it goes further. They add more and more features. So keep an eye on that. The 3 little dots are your friends, and you'll see it's pretty powerful to generate content, impactful content. So let's see if the fact that I added this new story, if now I go back to library, I can. So as you can see, if I was doing something else or doing another story, I will lose my image or my what I created. And so now with library, I should be able to see this new one. So I'm going to filter by stories because I just created a story, and I shall see this new story I just created here. It's a little bit weird that the image is big here, but I guess if I click here, No, it's still not working. Oh, no, it's coming back to the previous one. So the editing doesn't seem to work yet. I was trying to find a workaround, but it's not working. But definitely what's beneficial here is I can come here and at least download the images, but apparently I cannot edit the images, which is really weird. Unless that was the case. No, I don't think so. So library, that's one thing, is find all the images you created, either if they're stories images, you can filter based on what you've done, and you can download things pretty easily. So, and also you have pages. That's where you're gonna find pages, because you don't see pages anymore here, and you're gonna be able to find your pages like that, and you can, look the pages that you created or that were shared with you, or if you want to be more specific, that you created in a notebooks. You can search, and I guess you can create a new page. So library can be very useful to me. It's very useful for images because I can find on all the images I created with Copilot and just re-download them. Apparently editing, it's not working. As you can see, it comes to the create, but it doesn't go to the image and help me to recreate the image. But that's a good start and very useful feature. Test it, library, and you can find all the nice images that empower you to be more creative. Hope this was insightful.